Hello and namaste. Many viewers were asking me regarding the silver as an alternative investment or speculative purpose. So, how it can be done. So, in today's video, I wanted to just discuss about silver and give some facts and figures regarding the production and general information about silver, and then and conclude. So, this is Neeraj here, and welcome to my channel. Silver, as you know, since centuries has held the interest of mankind, just like gold, for as a precious metal for various purposes of utensils, houseware, jewelry, and in modern times it has found widespread application in industrial applications also. And whenever this gold rally also happens, then the prices in the gold keeps going up. People start, and yellow metal becomes more and more dearer or expensive. That is the time when people start thinking of investment in silver as an alternative. So here is some of these facts and figures about silver. Is that silver, as you know, it's found geographically all over the world. In most of the regions you can find it in the mine forms. And Mexico, the top 10 countries are this. Mexico holds the biggest production in the world with around 6,800 7,000 tons of silver from the mine. I am talking about the mine production, silver production in the world. And total, actually, generally in the silver used to be around 24,000 tons per year. The production ranges in that every year. Since last 2 years, it has gone up substantially higher to 27,000 tons. It was recorded in 2019. And Mexico being the biggest producer with 25% of this world production comes from Mexico. Second is the Peru. Also, it's around 16% of the world production comes from Peru at around 4,500, 4,800 tons. Third is China. Fourth is Russia. Fifth is Poland. Poland also surprisingly holds the second largest reserves of silver in the world after Peru. Peru has the highest mining reserves, around 120,000 tons, and known reserves. And Poland has 100,000 tons of known reserves. And third being Australia with around 80,000 tons of known reserves. And surprisingly, though China is the third largest producer of silver, but it doesn't have any mines as such. 95% of the China's silver comes from the other mining byproduct, as a mining byproduct, because if you take the data also, so 50% of the silver, say out of say 24,000 tons, 50% of the silver comes from the pure mines, and 50% from pure silver mines, and 50% comes from the byproduct of other mining. Like major mines are copper, zinc, and lead. These are the three mines where you find, along with the copper or along with the silver, along with zinc and lead, you find silver also. So around, out of that, around 0.05% of the ore, you find silver from this ore. And the recovery of silver from copper mines is around 0.03%. So that's the overall general statistics about the silver production. And now coming back to this as an investment, so I can tell you that even this has happened in 2011. The silver prices had reached almost $50, $45-50 per ounce. And what has happened, where is it right now? Because of the so much of speculative activities. As I told you, the general basis of investment in silver happens around whenever there is a huge rally in the gold, or the gold price keeps on going up, and it becomes so expensive that people start looking to silver as an alternative investment or the alternative source of. So having said that, but you should understand that gold is a purest form of metal. It's an inert metal, in the sense that it doesn't react with any of the metals or any of the atmosphere. It remains it keeps its purity always, whereas silver is not an inert or a pure metal. It always reacts with the oxygen or with the air and turns into silver dioxide, which is into, forms a black form of color. So that way also, if you somebody very purist kind of a people, so you look at from this purity point of view also, the silver doesn't hold that kind of attraction. Okay, people can always look at something has become expensive. Okay, let me go for the alternative because this expensive thing has gone up. So maybe if gold has gone up, say gold will go up by say 30-40%, silver will also go up by say 10-15%. So that relative theory always plays in the minds of the investors. But I don't know about how much about true about the silver, because it has been massively speculative commodity. It has always been. So that way silver holds a fascination for speculation. So that is what I just wanted to bring out some facts about silver, is that in my view at least I consider it more of a speculation. The currently whatever the price is around $17.7 per ounce as compared to say $17,768 per ounce for gold. So this kind of a ratio, when people come out and justify that this is 100:1, means whatever the gold price is there, this silver is 100th of that price, or the whatever the silver price is, that gold maintains at 100 times the price in the ounce. But that had not been the case in 2011 in April, when silver had reached that peak of $48 per ounce. And then where it collapsed, it just came back to say $12, and then again a little bit started rising, and it's around $17.7 per ounce. So that kind of a ratio also doesn't hold. So that's it from my side. So in my view, if somebody asks me, I consider it more of a speculation and less of an investment. That's it. Thank you for watching, and you please, if you like my video, you can, if you till now not subscribed, please subscribe and share it with your friends and other people, so that maximum people can benefit. I keep coming out with interesting videos and interesting ideas from time to time. Thanks for watching. Ciao from Neeraj from Moscow.